You? What are you? Please, take Mother Mara's blessing to wash this unease away. Mother guides me to those flickering souls who are yet to cast themselves on the fire for tomorrow's utopia. She sees in you potential which can avert calamity. I, her most devoted servant, need you to believe in the goodness of your heart, in love.
Forgive her, beloved child of entropy. For all her convictions, she only looks up, blind to those below the clouds which she wishes to ascend. There is a terror of minds and ideas forming in the West. A conclave of antipathy and repressed hatred is nearing its sum. If this horde transpires, then neither the restraints of distance nor time will thwart the canker that will be birthed there. I make this plea to you, special child. Meditate between the opposites and seek resolution in the chaos. I will help whenever I can, but my light is weak. However, even the faintest flame can act as a beacon against the background of deep night. That flame will appear to you in a maze of dark when you most need it. There is nothing to decipher. Just take heed of these words. Go west and see. Open those eyes and see that which belies its splendor. Beset by men, gods, kings, and ideas, keep a clear eye. Keep your head above water when you reach that realm. The tides of want can drown any who venture too far from the shore.
Huh? Sorry. Ugh, my head.
What on Nern? What spell did you cast on her? Yes, I saw. You were mumbling to yourself, almost word for word that of Jayana. Forgive me. Our travels have put me in a hastened mood. Didn't know madness could be contracted. Is this a jest you're both in on? No, it looks like you're serious, which worries me a lot more. The closest I can come to answering your visions is that we had just hailed from Evermore, which may be that west you want. If you're dead set on taking voyage there, then a merchant who has a route between that hinterland kingdom and Skyrim should be resting at Markarth. Word of warning, if you care to listen. The Reach isn't a place you want to risk your neck just on the visions of a zealous priestess.
Seek out the venturing merchant. Doing well? Hello! If only I could tell you. My mind was beholden to something truly divine, so much that I can't recall aught that I uttered. However, I have an image of the Reach from that possession. Oh, an incredibly irksome feeling. Maybe you can seek out an answer by following the roads westward. Maybe the same merchant who carried us through that web of valleys can impart the same privilege unto you. Seek him out near Markarth, if you will. Bless you.
All right. Blind, not deaf, so don't make that very astute observation aloud, or I'll be dealing with an unhappy priestess. And I'm as confused as you when it comes to her foresight and sense of self when walking this world. Almost like she doesn't need me here at all. I mean, you're not the first she's approached like this. However, the content of her words have been different when she's done this in the past. A guardian employed by both her father and the circle of priests from Daggerfall, meaning her father is as devout a follower of the faith as she is. Traveling the lands to spread her divine message, I don't mind much. Very honest work, and more than meager pay to say the least. If you're ever up for another line of work, then priests are employers you'd like to see. See you around.
Lead the way. Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink.
There's an evil to the north, friend, and its name is Rangval. A tomb like so many in Skyrim, where the dead have found no peace.
The finest jewelry in all of Markarth.
Come to talk. What gave it away? This rugged face or my tired gaze? Crossing those valleys, I'll give you both. Ah, little blind girl and her clingy bodyguard, right? They're a couple now? Didn't seem to give that impression on their way here. Ah, I digress. Going to make a return journey through that rocky maze once I've got all the wares for my eager clients in the east, and I'm short of a bodyguard myself. The fool who escorted me here got himself lost in the wild somewhere, staggering from the inn in a drunken stupor. Thought about tying him to the wagon until he came to his senses. Yet ultimately, if you're going to put your life in someone's hands, then it better be someone you trust. All right. I'm desperate, you see. Happy now? I just need a body to take the hits in case we get into any trouble. Which we won't, of course. Don't worry, you'll be paid handsomely. That is, if you don't drop the venture halfway through and push through to the end. Ah, don't want to blow the wind out of your sails, but this is the east of High Rock, worlds apart from the west. Don't want you to be getting any false impressions of us Breton folk from the, people you meet down there. Ah, there I go rambling again. Get aboard. New lands await. Well, the previous ventures haven't seen much spilled blood, save for a passenger getting leery with another, though my route is one of the safer paths of travel. I have to pick up the pace through certain stretches, and bandits and the like springing traps from above on any uncaring traveller making their way to the province. Once we reach the easternmost part of Evermore, then we should be safe. Got the guard there meting out justice with an iron fist. Scoundrels should stay well clear. Most of the time, anyway. Well, don't want to startle you, as I do need an extra blade, but we've got a problem with these savages north of Evermore. They like to call them witchmen. Not sure if that's what the savages call themselves, but we'll stick with it. See, rumours are stirring that these witchmen are getting agitated. Sporadic attacks all across the kingdom made the wilds near impossible to dwell in because of their savagery. But that's a problem you'll have to deal with once you reach the kingdom, not on your way there. So don't fret about the journey itself. We'll be fine. Evermore's renowned most of all for its colourful cast of characters and deviants. You'll run the gamut of Bretonnic experience in that cluster of man. First settlement you'll come across, considering you stay the course once you depart from a wagon, is the Divide, a hulking bridge jutting out from its watery locale. Standing atop that stony juggernaut will grant you a vista of the Reach's mires and towns, most notably Arnima, and if you squint hard enough, Evermore itself. Semantics, eh? Evermore is the city and the kingdom, where the city itself beats as the heart and centre of our royal affairs. The place where the Reach consolidates its authority and, well, reach over the east. Used to be a backwater not too long ago, the Eastern Hinterland Kingdom. Yet recent times have spoiled the city with inordinate wealth and power. Power that they've used to conquer and subjugate their comparatively less civilized neighbours. Now any Breton dwelling east of the city's walls sports their banner. You'll see it on your arrival. Nothing pleasant, I assure you. Most outside their miserable sty consider it to be a stain on the kingdom, with good reason. Most of the guards are nothing but thugs looking to shake down us humble merchants when given the chance, and they routinely terrorise those unfortunate sods that don't have the means to leave. All governed by that strange character, Mortefain. Lord Mortefain, to be correct. Never call a lord by his name. Heard tales of sordid acts and strange punishment disseminated upon those beneath him, who weren't wise enough to escape. Most of these tales smacked of madness. Most I simply ignored because they're hard to imagine happening within any civil residence. I never risked finding out for myself. Town dampers the mood, which isn't good when you're travelling on your lonesome. Reminds me. I actually have to pass by that decaying dump. Got a client right within their walls. Hopefully the guards are knockout drunk, as usual. They're meanest when they're sober. On your merry way. Hope you brought your own rug. That hardwood's gonna be a real pain later on. Don't get too comfortable though. Still need a blade ready for when the road gets rough. Damn, we're on the doorstep of the kingdom, yet the gods ordain that we stumble across trouble now? What a farce. Alright? Look over there! The man's gasping for life! I'm not going any further until you find out what's going on. Hey now, I'm just a merchant! I try to avoid spilled blood. Besides, what else am I paying you for? And, don't blame me if you see this wagon halfway to the horizon upon hearing your screams. I have to protect my interests.
Those witchmen in the tower, they ambushed us when we were changing shifts. Won the divide. Get them to send men, please.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh, no, you don't. Care of that?
Good day. No, friend. Not forsworn. Witchmen. Thought I told you about these devils already? Trust me, these aren't the type you want to be ignorant about. If you treat them like you would any common scoundrel hounding for your coin purse, then the next sight you'll be seeing is that of your gods. Bastards coat their blades and arrows with this vile poison. A resin so foul it can condemn giants to an agonizing death with nary a brush. Not sure how you came out of that alive, to be honest. You're tougher than you look. Really? That's hard to believe. These scum are a whole new low for the Reachmen. Carving up man, woman, child and babe alike in their hideous rituals. Sadistic artists. How they play with the bodies they harvest and hoist them in that dense woodland north. Foul. Simply foul. Spoiled my mood. At least you've made it back. I was about to do one. Had you spent any longer up there? You shouldn't. The divide is within spitting distance. If you keep to the road, you should arrive there without harm. Unless you take a detour, that is. That's where my almighty prescience ends and the uncertainty begins. And as we know, ignorance pays. My clients are probably waiting with bated breath, taken long enough to get here already. I'll need to skip on any indulgences on that bridge and head straight to Arnima. However, you should speak with the governor up there, Morosa. Frumpy little woman, but don't tell her I said that. She'll normally be within the temple, sparing a prayer for our mutual mother. On your merry way. Weather like this,
Where have you been, my friend?
A chance to become a mage. Cast one of those spells to protect us from the rain. Come on, Annie. Almost there. Have all the hay you want.
And the clouds gather again. How futile. Your tears will not wash away the winds. The feast draws near, little ones.
There she is, the divide. It'll take more than man to bring her down. The most stable settlement in the Reach, if you can forgive the irony.
Hold up. Haven't seen you up here before. What's your business? Witchman? Bloody Mara. Never thought they would get this close. Okay, you can go through to Morosa. Tell her everything. For the sake of the Reach. Don't cause any trouble now.
Heard the news from Skyrim? They say that Ulfric was captured and killed.
He wasn't killed. A dragon came to rescue him.
A dragon? You're mad, brother! Besides, dragons hated us back then. They would hate us now. Time doesn't mend grudges.
Aye, you can say that again. Hate makes you miss the good things in life, like good meat.
Impressive.
Come on, Hanny. Almost there. Have all the hay you want.
On your way.
Good afternoon.